We have a lot to get to. Let's kick off our opening drive brought to you by Chevy. For our first down today, let's take a look at the Bears defense as a whole, guys. We're going to zoom out a bit today. Familiar names we know like Brisker, Byard, Edmonds, those guys are gone. But the Bears made a splash in their secondary, signing free agent safety 𝗂𝗶𝗹 𝗟𝗏, drafting safety Dillon Thieneman with their first-round pick. Year 2 under defensive coordinator Dennis Allen means a lot. How are we going to define success for the Bears defense in 2026?
Remarkable is maybe too strong of a word, but when you look at the turnover for a playoff team, that's not really the way it usually goes. Usually you come back and you count on some continuity. The Bears will really not have much with their defense because they got rid of the guys who created a lot of the takeaways in Edmonds and Wright and Byard. So now you go into it with a different set of goals. You can't count on those kind of takeaways 2 seasons in a row. There's a fluky element to last year that you just have to appreciate at this point. So you've got to maybe stay away from numerical goals and just play with an attitude. You want the right pace, all the kind of things that Dennis Allen should be by now geared to expecting from his team.
Yeah, how do we define success? I mean, obviously, same thing for every team. Give up fewer points than your offense scores. It's that simple. But how do we do that, right? And with Dennis Allen and the Bears defense this year, you're not going to have the defensive line to just line up and play bully ball. You know, you got a lot of ingredients on that back end, the linebackers, the safety. So I think what Dennis Allen does, he's going to have to create some confusion for the offense. And he's got the players to do it because now you can run more man. You can run zero blitzes. You're confident that if you get into man-to-man situations, you got the pieces, Devin Bush, 𝗂𝗶𝗹 𝗟𝗏, Dillon Thieneman, that you can match up well with anything the offense puts at you.
And before you talk about expectations, you have to create an identity. That starts now. I mean, when they're out there today, these are the kind of conversations they're having in those meeting rooms on the field. What do you want to be as a defense? You don't go in there saying, we want to be top 7 in the defensive line, stopping the run. We want to create this many takeaways. No, it's about an identity, which this year with the speed element being emphasized, it's all about aggressiveness, it's all about attacking, and it's all about creating takeaways.
Yeah, last year was creating takeaways. And obviously, like I said, the D-line's not there, but you still got those ingredients. I think it's just you're going to see a lot more of the double mug. You're going to see a lot more of the zone blitz, man blitz. You just have so much good ingredients on the back end that you can work with those guys. You can be so much more creative in what you do because you're not worried about this guy getting stuck guarding the number 1 receiver.
But if you do want to put a number attached to it for a goal, top 10. You want to be a top 10 defense. And if you're a top 10 defense, given the way your offense plans to score points, you're going to go deep in the playoffs.
I think a improved defense means that your offense got better too. Your offense was able to stay on the field, sustain drives, quarters 1 through 3, right? That's what this was really about. So much of last year's story was that the defense was creating extra opportunities for your offense that they wouldn't have if you didn't have all those takeaways. You need your offense to stay on the field, and your defense needs to get the other team's offense off the field.
You're going to get more hits, David, big baseball guy, if you get more at-bats. The Bears had 33 extra at-bats because of what the defense did. Let's hope to keep that near the top, but obviously year to year, if you follow trends, that usually regresses to the mean.
And special teams can create better field position, which also will help you statistically on defense.
𝗪𝗏 pick.
There you go. Let's move on to our second down of this opening drive and go to the other side of the football for a moment. Like the defense, we're going to see some new faces on the field. Drew Dalman's retirement really sent shockwaves through 𝗏𝗏 Hall. The Bears, of course, sent DJ Moore to the Bills. The team then added 3 offensive players in the draft: Logan Jones, Sam Roush, Xavier Thomas. How are we going to define success for the Bears offense in 2026? And I think I know your answer.
This is a much different scenario. This is a much different level of expectation. You are Ben Johnson. You are Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, year 3, Ben Johnson, year 2. You better be the best offense in the NFL.
Ooh.
That's the standard.
Ooh.
That's the goal.
Okay.
You don't tell Ben Johnson's not going into the meeting room and saying, guys, we need to be the 5th best offensive scoring unit in the league. No, he is going in there with the idea you've got an MVP candidate in Caleb Williams. You've got one of the best play callers in the league in Ben Johnson. You've got an offensive line that you feel pretty good about despite the loss of Drew Dalman. So you've got to aim high. You lost DJ Moore, but you drafted every accessory you wanted for your offense. So now let's deliver. And you have to aim high to achieve big things.
For me, it's the same thing, just flips. I said for the defense. You need to score more points than the defense allows. How do I think Ben Johnson does that this year? I think they drafted Sam Roush in the 3rd round for a reason. You see this big trend of teams going to the too high shell. They used 𝗵cie_𝗁𝗍 44% in 2019. In 2024, they were up to 63%, even higher last year. So how do you combat that? With 2 and 3 tight end sets. When you get in these big personnel groupings, you force base defense, and they can't play the 𝗵cie_𝗁𝗍. So I think you're going to see a lot of 12 personnel. You're going to see a lot of 13 personnel. Ben Johnson was 6 and 12, 6th and 12 personnel, and 5th and 13 personnel last year. So I think big package, run the football, and go from there.
That's great. The devil's in the details. But, Clay, if you're the 3rd tight end of the Chicago Bears and you walk into a meeting room today, do you want Ben Johnson to get in front of the room and say, you know what, we're going to be great at 13 personnel this year. We're going to be terrific on 3rd and short. No. You want him to get up there and say, we are going to be the best offense in the league. And you know why? We've got a quarterback who's capable of being that guy, and I'm going to lead you there.
No, I agree with that, but I think there's a lot of, obviously, details when you're sitting in that room, when the coach comes out and talks, we're going to be the best. When I was with the Jacksonville Jaguars, before we finished 32nd in the league in offense, guess what my offensive coordinator said when he came in the room? We're going to be the best offense in the league.
Yes.
And that was wrong.
Well,
it's how you do it. Ben Johnson. But I want him to continue running the football. I know we'd love to see Caleb taking this jump. Here's Ben's ranking as an offensive play caller in the running game, rushing yards per game. 11th with Detroit, 5th with Detroit, 6th, and then 3rd with the Bears. Let's be the best rushing team in the league.
Oh, no.
Let's pound the rock. Be number 1. Obviously, Caleb's going to get better at hitting the putts, not just the beautiful long drive. I know you can't do either, but I think that's what keep that run game going. Best rushing team in the league. Everything else will come after that.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah. I think that would make Ben very happy to be the best rushing offense in the league. That's what he wants to do. He wants to play bully ball. He wants to dominate the trenches.
For all of his fancy play calls and all of the pizzazz and finesse, he relies on force. That's the way he wants to structure this offense.
All right, let's go to our 3rd down of this opening drive. We've got some news from the team up north. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor. They released Desmond Ridder. Taylor enters his 16th season in the NFL. He spent the last 2 seasons with the Jets, making just 4 starts there. Guys, we know Malik Willis, now in Miami. He's the starter there, but he played in 11 games for the Packers the last 2 seasons. That backup role, as we know, is an important one in Green Bay because Jordan Love has had his issues staying on the field. Let's just be frank about it. How does Tyrod Taylor fit in there?
I am not impressed. I am very surprised that they settled for Tyrod Taylor. No disrespect to his career. I know that's something to say after not being impressed. But to me, they take a step backward with Tyrod Taylor being the replacement for Malik Willis. Malik Willis could play, and obviously he's being paid well now to be a starting quarterback. I think he had that kind of skill set. I think Tyrod Taylor's best days are behind him. This is a bad move for the Packers because Jordan Love, his durability could be in question moving forward. So this is good for the Bears and everyone in the NFC North.
He's only missed 4 full games the last 2 years, so he's not made of glass, but it is an important position for them because he's been banged up a lot. Malik Willis has had to come in for drives here, drives there, while Jordan Love is on the sidelines. We saw in the Week 16 when Jordan Love goes down with the concussion, the Bears come out and win the game. Who kept him in that game?
Willis.
Malik Willis came in and almost
Absolutely.
looked better than what Jordan Love did that game. So Tyrod Taylor, veteran guy, he's 30 and 31 as a starter, 87 rating. He's fine, but he's not going to be a guy like Malik Willis that can just come in and win a game for you. They're going to have to rely on the run game. They're going to have to rely on the defense. But Tyrod Taylor is a definite downgrade from Malik Willis.
I think what was so interesting about the Malik Willis, Jordan Love sort of combination was that they played very different styles of football. So you wonder, is Tyrod Taylor going to be able to come in as needed and sort of throw off your defense and throw off the game plan the way that Malik Willis was able
That's
to?
a good point. I don't think he's capable of doing that at this stage of his career. Again, 30 and 31 as a starter means that this is a big pile of meh. I think when you look at what he brings to the offense, he can execute their offense, but he's not going to threaten you down the field necessarily in the way that Willis might. Hey, you look around the NFC North, the Bears have as good of a backup quarterback situation as any team in the division.
Don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. Tyson Bagent, I believe, can be a starter in this league the same way Malik Willis went and got paid. There were the rumblings of Tyson Bagent potentially being interested, around the league to be someone's starter. Not even ruling out that could potentially happen later on down the road if a team needs a quarterback.
No, I absolutely agree. And I think the most interesting one to me probably is the Detroit Lions. You got Teddy Bridgewater there, and then Luke Altmaier. You only got 3 players in that quarterback room, so you figure those will be the 3 guys on the roster. We all know Teddy Bridgewater smart guy. He left the NFL to go coach high school football, won a state championship in high school, comes back to be a backup quarterback again, extensive injury history. If Jared Goff goes down, Teddy Bridgewater, are you counting on him to be a guy that can stay healthy and run the offense?
That's another situation that's baffling this offseason, that they did not address that more. I like 𝗬𝗏, but I don't know if he's ready for prime time.
Undrafted.
You look at the Vikings, though, and they probably, talent-wise, have the best depth if those guys stay healthy. Carson Wentz, Kyler Murray, both number one overall picks. And then J.J. McCarthy, who, don't forget about the local guy made good, he still is in the mix. So I think if you compare those three to the Bears three, it's very comparable. I think the Bears, because of the starting quarterback caliber, probably has the edge. But the Vikings, I think, would be second. And then after that, surprisingly, the Packers have not addressed this position in a way, I think, that removes the doubt.
Yeah. Understood. All right, let's go to our fourth down of this opening drive. The rookie jersey sales numbers are officially out. The Cowboys, Caleb Downs has the most popular jersey according to Fanatics, of course, America's team, coming in strong here. Further down the list, no pun intended, see what I did there? The Bears, Dylan Thieneman comes in at number 9 on the list. But what could make him a fan favorite, guys?
I don't know.
Florida safety.
It's hard to say. Big hits.
Yeah.
Big takeaways, interception return, a pick six, that kind of thing. He doesn't have the personality that suggests he's going to be flamboyant. He's a grinder. He's a serious guy. He's intense. I don't know if he's the guy that's going to sell a ton of jerseys, but he's going to hurt a lot of receivers.
I love that. I think it says more about Bears fans just being hungry for a defensive identity than it does for like the jersey sales. And obviously 2 safeties in the top 10. David, your position's making a comeback right there.
How about that? Yeah.
Where are the tight ends at, man?
Well, how many Sam Rush jerseys did you purchase?
I purchased 3, but I don't know about everybody else. Obviously not on the top of the list. But I count these rookie jersey sales. It's like hope receipts. When you come back in 10 years and you say these guys are the ones that are selling the jerseys, that's when you build your legacy.
Colston Loveland, he certainly is one that I think could make a run this year for the Bears.
I got 3 of those, too.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Caleb's always going to be, I think, top 10 because of just who he is as a celebrity quarterback, and Loveland is the other marketable guy. Defensively, they don't necessarily have that guy. Kobe Bryant may be the closest thing they have to somebody who makes a splash nationally, but I just don't know if they have anybody that's that kind of following.